Okay, welcome to the third layer of this particular painting. We're focusing on how to develop skies, and we have, as you can see, it is a little bit developed already. It's in the rough, but there's several different things going on. There's dark sky, there's very light clouds, there's the blue background. And do you notice generally the blue is very strong high up. When it comes down, and I saw this from my car looking at the mountains around Ashland, it got lighter and lighter. So that's sort of something I need to always remember. The basic sky, the blue, gets lighter as it gets closer to the earth. I'm using a smaller brush than the one I used yesterday. Now I'm working on a little smaller one. What we're going to do is develop the detail more. Let's make all of these things more refined. Okay, here we go. So on my palette here, I have this clear that I'm still going to be using. So I always mix it with whatever color I'm going to do. So let's say I want to sort of work on the blue a little bit. I'm just going to push it into the cloud a little bit. I want to make those clouds sort of very light, and how they transition into the blue. We just want to go very lightly like that, you know. All right, let's get some more blue. It's a little strong here and there, so let's make it a little stronger. Okay. And I see there's a little bit of a cloud there. All right, so I'm going for a little more refinement. Well, that's a little stronger, because as we talked about, it's stronger above, and then, but I want this to look like a painting. I don't want it to make it look like a photograph. So you want to see some of the brushworks and all right, so it's still a little strong there, so let's make it strong here. Okay, I want to follow it to a degree. As Bob Dylan said years ago, well, I'm liberal to a degree. He cautioned how liberal he was. So, all right, I sort of like some of that now. And what about over here? Well, I see there's some strong blue up there. Why not? So this is how you develop a painting. You just move around looking at where you can make some of the adjustments. Okay, now we have a blue here. Alright, so that looks pretty nice right there. And here it's come along, and we have these clouds here. We have this going out, and it seems to go down here. So why don't I do this? Let's put a little bit of blue there. Yup. And then I'm going to thin that out a little bit. What am I thinning out? That. Okay. And then I can repaint it or not, you know. This little brush is perfect for what I'm doing now. I'm just making this a little more detailed, and then I'm going to just work right down. So right below this there's a blue. Okay, so I see it right here. Mine needs to be a little lighter as we are going down, so it makes that pop a little bit. But I noticed how it's broken up. It's broken up. So I can help by doing a little bit of breaking up from the sky, but then I'll do it from the cloud also. Have it a little broken. It's not such a straight line. All right. So then we have this cloud here. Now, there's still a little wider here, but who cares? It's my painting. I don't care. I don't have to have it just, and I can do a little bit of that. And I can lower this down like that also. And I'm sort of shaking the brush a little bit. And let's hide this here, put some more blue in there. Okay, I'm not gonna try to make these all exactly just a general impression of that kind of a cloud there. That's all. Okay, I'm gonna just, the next layer I'll do even more detail, but I'm doing some. I promise, I'm doing some. I know I am. Here we go. So now that's already looking better. I noticed this cloud doesn't have that much white, so let's knock it back a little bit. Doing. Wow, look at that. I'm gonna leave a little bit of a streak like that. Yeah, sort of, let's do something like that. All right. That's better. Now, this guy here is, I'd like to work on that some more. It's, this is all broken up a bit. And you'll see when I bring in this next color here, how it's going to change. But meanwhile, around the edges of it, we have a lot more white now. Boom, 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 boom. Going here on top of it. Oh, look, I'm outlining the white, that's all. This is just the first layer, just to show me the way home. And it's pretty strong here also. This is probably the strongest band. It definitely is. This is a little strong, but let me just shoot that out like that. That's it. How about the other side here? Sure. And let's just put a little bit of yellow in there. There's a lot of different acting colors going on here. So let me throw a little more white. I'm going to do this very loosely. I want it loosely. I want to get some accidents, happy accidents here. Since I have some paint on the brush, a little whitish, why not? Make this a little wispier, a little bit lighter. Sure, now that's better. A little bit of. So I'm just so lightly. You could just pull this brush right out of my hand. I'm holding it so loosely and just giving just a little bit of cloud difference there. In fact, I'm going to just wet my finger to take a little more away. So I really just want a nice suggestion of changes there. And let's put a little bit of white out there. Why not? Okay. Yeah, it's starting to look better. All right, more. Even though it's not done, we're going to put more white there. And I'm going to sort of apply it by tapping the brush. You see, I'm just tapping it because I want to have a dappling effect here. Is that the right word, dapple? But it's you can see what I'm doing. It's not like straight across one strong. So no, I'm sort of just, nature doesn't have straight lines all the time. No, there's all kinds of various colors. And so as I develop this, now this is not the final layer. There'll be more layers that show this bright, creamy color there. I'm just working toward that. That's all I'm doing. All right. And so I'm just dappling along here, folks. Let's turn it over and put this here.